My beloved brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. Today, I want to remind your heart of a simple yet powerful truth. Be patient. I know that life can sometimes feel unbearable. I know that your heart has cried in silence when no one was around. But I also know that Allah, the most merciful, the all-seeing, the all-hearing, is with you in ways no human being can ever be. Allah sees your pain. Allah hears your cry, and He has not forgotten you. Patience is not weakness. Patience is strength. It is an act of worship. It is a mark of belief in Allah's divine plan. So don't think that your silence, your endurance, and your late-night tears go unnoticed. They are all recorded by the one who never sleeps. Let me share with you 5 reminders, 5 lights to carry in your heart when life feels dark. My beloved brothers and sisters, there is a verse in the Qur'an that many of us know but often forget in moments of difficulty. Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. This is not just a verse to be recited when things get tough. It is a divine truth meant to comfort your heart when it feels like breaking. When you are struggling, when you're hurting so deeply that you can't even put your pain into words, remind yourself, Allah knows your capacity. He created you. He knows your heart better than you do. And if He allowed this test into your life, it means you can carry it, even if right now it feels like you can't. Pain is not a sign that Allah is displeased with you. Hardships are not always punishments. In fact, many times they are a sign that Allah wants to elevate you, purify you, and bring you closer to Him. Think about the prophets, the most beloved to Allah, yet they went through some of the most intense trials. Prophet Ayyub, Job, may peace be upon him, lost everything, his wealth, his health, even his family. But he remained patient, and he turned to Allah with a beautiful dua. Indeed, adversity has touched me, and you are the most merciful of the merciful. Allah responded not just by relieving his pain, but by giving him more than he had before. What does that teach us? That pain is not the end. It's part of a greater plan, even if we don't see it yet. Sometimes you might look at yourself and say, I'm too weak for this. But that's the beauty of it. It's not about your strength. It's about your reliance on Allah. It's in your weakest moments that your heart can truly connect to Him. When everything is stripped away and there's no one left but Allah, that is when your soul begins to rise. That is when your das becomes sincere. That is when your tears are no longer a sign of despair, but a form of worship. You might wonder why Allah is allowing you to go through this. Why this pain? Why now? But maybe it's not about why. Maybe it's about what this pain is teaching you. Patience, humility, trust. Maybe it's about who you are becoming because of this trial. A person who knows Allah more intimately, who speaks to Him in the quiet of the night, who walks through life with sabr in their heart and faith in their eyes. So, my dear brothers and sisters, the next time you feel like breaking, remember, Allah knows. He is not testing you to destroy you. He is testing you to strengthen you. He is not burdening you beyond your capacity. He is inviting you to realize how much strength He has already placed inside you. Be patient. Rely on Him. He is closer than you think. My dear brothers and sisters, one of the greatest gifts we have as believers is the ability to call Allah Allah at any time, in any place, and in any condition. Your dua is never wasted. Even when you feel like you're repeating the same words every night, even when it seems like nothing is changing, Allah is listening. He is Al-Sami, the all-hearing. Not a single tear escapes your eye without His knowledge. Not a single word you whisper in frustration, in fear, or in desperation goes unheard. The problem is not that your dua is being ignored. The problem is that we expect answers on our terms, in our time, and in our way. But Allah, in His infinite wisdom, knows what we don't know. He gives when the time is right, and He withholds when giving would harm us. Sometimes you make dua for something, and it doesn't come. You think it's because you're not worthy, or maybe that Allah doesn't care. But in reality, He may be protecting you. He may be preparing you. Or He may be delaying the response so that you keep turning to Him. And that turning, that connection you build in those moments of pain is more valuable to your soul than the very thing you're asking for. Because sometimes the answer isn't in the thing itself. It's in the transformation of your heart through the process of calling upon Him. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us that dua is the essence of worship. Think about that. Your broken-hearted plea to Allah is not a side act. It is a form of worship. It is an expression of trust, of faith, of submission. Even if you say nothing and you just raise your hands with tears rolling down your cheeks, that silence is a due. That pain is a language that Allah understands, and He responds always. It's also important to remember that there are different types of responses to our du'as. Sometimes Allah gives exactly what you asked for. Sometimes He gives something better. Sometimes He removes a hardship that was coming your way. And sometimes He saves the reward for the hereafter, when you will see your patience and your supplication turned into mountains of reward. So even when you don't see anything changing outwardly, know that something is always changing inwardly. Allah is working on your behalf in ways you cannot imagine. The most important thing is to never stop asking. Don't think that you've asked too much or too often. Allah never tires of hearing your voice. In fact, He loves when His servant turns to Him again and again. And He answers in the most perfect of ways. So keep making dua even when your voice shakes. Keep crying out to Him, even when you feel like you have no strength left. Because the one who hears you is closer than your jugular vein. He is listening, He is responding, and He never abandons those who put their trust in Him. My dear brothers and sisters, when we are in the midst of hardship, it feels as if the storm will never pass. We wonder if there will ever be light again, if joy will ever return, if this chapter of pain will ever close. But Allah gives us a powerful reminder in the Qur'an, not once but twice in the same surah. Indeed, with hardship comes ease. This is not a mere phrase of comfort. Notice the wording carefully. It does not say ease comes after hardship. It says with hardship. That means even while you are suffering, even while your heart is heavy, there is ease somewhere in that moment. It may be hidden, it may be subtle, but it is there, and Allah has placed it specifically for you. Sometimes we're so focused on what's going wrong that we fail to see the blessings still surrounding us. Maybe the ease is in a friend who comforts you. Maybe it's in the strength you discover in yourself that you didn't know existed. Maybe it's in the connection you build with Allah that you never had before. Or maybe it's in the quiet patience you develop, which brings you closer to paradise. Whatever it may be, know that it is not absent. It is simply wrapped in the struggle you are facing, waiting for your heart to notice it. The hardships of life are not permanent. Just as night is followed by day, your pain will eventually be replaced by peace. The key is to stay firm in your trust in Allah. Shaitan will try to convince you that you're stuck forever, that this difficulty is your destiny, that Allah has forgotten you. But those are lies. Your situation today is not your final destination. Allah is capable of changing your condition in the blink of an eye. He turned the fire of Ibrahim into coolness. He split the sea for Musa. He brought Yusuf out of the prison and placed him in a position of honor. Do you think your situation is beyond His power? When you feel like giving up, hold tightly to this ayah. With hardship comes ease. Say it to yourself in the morning. Whisper it to your heart at night. Believe in it when things don't make sense. Even in the middle of chaos, Allah plants seeds of calm. Even in your pain, He is guiding you, protecting you, and writing a story more beautiful than you could ever imagine. So don't despair. Don't think that the storm will last forever. The clouds will part. The sun will shine again. And when it does, you will look back and realize that every step, every tear, every struggle, it brought you closer to Allah, and that nearness to Him is the greatest ease of all. My dear brothers and sisters, there are times in life when you feel completely alone. You may be surrounded by people, yet your heart feels isolated. You try to explain your pain, but no one truly understands what you're going through. You smile in public, but cry in private. And in those moments, Shaitan whispers, and no one cares about you. No one understands. You're on your own. But that is not the truth. The truth is that Allah cares, Allah understands, and Allah is with you in ways that no human being ever can be. When you are lying awake at night with your heart heavy and your eyes filled with tears, Allah is the one who hears you. He knows the words you can't say. He sees the pain you can't describe. And not a single sigh escapes your chest without His knowledge. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad foretold us that when a believer is afflicted by any difficulty, even the prick of a thorn, Allah expiates sins through it. That means your pain is not meaningless. It is not random. It has weight. It is a means of purification and reward. Sometimes when life becomes overwhelming, we think our patience is unnoticed. But nothing is hidden from Allah. The Prophet Latifi also told us about the people who will come on the Day of Judgment and find their scales full of good deeds they don't even remember doing. Do you know what some of those deeds are? The tears they cried in pain, the patience they held onto silently, the nights they spent trusting Allah when everything seemed lost. Allah records every single moment. Not a second is wasted. It's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to feel weak. You're human. Even the most righteous among us, the prophets themselves, had moments of deep sadness and sorrow. Jacob, the father of Yusuf, Joseph, cried so much out of grief for his son that he lost his eyesight. But even in that deep pain, he turned to Allah and said, I only complain of my suffering and my grief to Allah. That is where true strength lies, not in suppressing our emotions, but in directing them toward the one who can heal us. You might not see the full wisdom now, but Allah is with you in your struggle. He is closer to you than anyone else. When you say, Ya Allah, with sincerity, the heavens respond. The angels are listening. The gates of mercy open. And Allah, the most loving, responds in a way that is best for you, even if you don't recognize it yet. So my brothers and sisters, never let the silence of others convince you that you are alone. Never let Shaitan deceive you into thinking you are forgotten. You are seen. You are heard. And most importantly, you are loved by the one whose love is unconditional, unending, and unmatched. Be patient. Keep going. Allah is with you, and that is more than enough.